Do you play Laser League? Are you a new player? Or did you play some before and you recently started to pick it back up again? Or maybe you've played some matches with real players and you find it kind of hard to keep up with the pace of everything? And this is the perfect video for you because Alvary and I have decided to make an introductory beginner's Laser League guide. And we've decided to outline some basic kind of principles that we hope will help you as you begin to explore playing Laser League more in depth. So here we go. Safe zones. So safe zones is the first concept we're going to be talking about. They're basically just any kind of area of the map that is going to be a little bit safer to be in, which is basically where there are less lasers, right? So the safe zones are going to change depending on which map you're playing, but basically it's anywhere that's not in those white areas that you see that are laid out in the map preview. So you can kind of learn the outlay of the maps, and you'll get kind of used to it as you play them more. In general, it's usually better to kind of be on the outside of the map near the walls because as you get toward the inside, you'll have a lot more rotating lasers that cross over or ones that move in toward the middle, and it's usually harder to revive in the middle too. So basically, staying out as much as you can in the safe zones is best, since survival is the name of the game. Thief and Shock. So these are the two main classes that we recommend for newer players to begin to learn how to play very well, because both of these classes, when used well, can make a big difference to your team effort. So we're starting with Thief here. So whenever you use the ability, anything within that circle will be converted to your team's laser for any nodes that are in that circle. Um, and this is really important just to give your team board advantage, right? Because the more lasers that you have, then the more that your team is able to maneuver around and the more options that you will have. And for the modifier, we always recommend Thief Surge because Surge has the fastest charge time. So in almost all cases, you want to play Thief Surge. Shock is our second class, and it basically has an area of effect stun around you, so you can end up stunning multiple people potentially if you're close to them. Shock is very effective because it basically acts as a counter to your opponents. So if you find that you're being smashed or sniped a lot, if you're able to stun them before they use their ability, then that really helps to prevent them from using those classes, right? And you notice that kind of staying along the walls and the corners really helps also, so you can access people a lot better. Don't pick Ghost. So this is a pretty big mistake that we see happen a lot for newer players is that they'll end up picking Ghost on a team. Maybe because, if there's a lot of lasers or the enemy team is very aggressive and you end up dying a lot, we often see that younger players will pick Ghost because they're dying a lot and they're trying to prevent dying. But Ghost is actually not good for this because you're not actually able to help for your team, right? It basically acts as if it's a 3 versus 2 or a 2 versus 1, right? Because Ghost can't actually do anything to your enemies, right? And it doesn't help to prevent being smashed against. So try to avoid picking Ghost. Walls and wall wrapping. This is probably one of the most important things that we might be able to recommend for you. Um, is trying to practice crossing over those walls, right? It's a really important technique to have. If you've ever had where, your teammate dies across the field, you don't want to end up having to walk the long way and then walk all the way across the field in order to get them, right? Because it's going to be nearly impossible for you to survive that. Whereas if you just did a quick wall wrap, you can access them a lot better. So guys, we hope that this guide helps. This is just the tip of the iceberg. for playing for Laser League, but we hope that at least these few key points can help point you in the right direction for improving. But the main thing is just remember to have fun and enjoy the process as you improve. This is Al Green, KMP, wishing you the best of luck and have fun out there on the pitch. Laser League for life.